Avengers Endgame is the installment to the Marvel Cinematic Universe that pays tribute to all 22 films of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. 11 years in the making, here it is, the ultimate payoff to fans who have stuck with the film series all the way through. So, how did it all turn out? Pretty darn spectacular. No spoils included in this review, and be sure to steer clear of all the spoilers floating around online though, cause they are dangerous. So, Avengers Endgame is difficult to review without including spoilers. There's a lot to discuss from the movie, and I'll keep it under wraps while expressing my opinion. So, yes. Do the highly positive reviews lie? Not really, no. Cause, yeah, it absolutely is really good. Avengers Endgame picks up from Infinity War, where the survivors of the snap have to adjust to the consequences of Thanos. How are they going to fix what happened? This question and so many more are answered in the movie. It does basically everything you need it to deliver the most satisfying conclusion to it all possible. And that's the main thing about this movie, really. It's that it has a lot to cover, and it really hits everything it should. It's ultimately very satisfying for fans of the movies, and even of the comics, with lots of fan service there. The movie does whatever it takes to satisfy everyone in every way. With that, the movie has a lot of emotions going around. All of the main Avengers have a lot going on, and there are plenty of scenes that may cause one to get a bit choked up. The movie finds all sorts of ways to integrate crucial character development that leads to a really satisfying closing to each one's character arc. Notice how I keep saying satisfying? It's because it's just such a satisfying movie. It does exactly what it should have. And that's not to say it isn't risky. It's still willing to take a few risky moves, but I think in the end that every decision made for the film is ultimately the right one. For the most part, as long as we're not getting nitpicky here. So, yes, the story all plays out rather interestingly. They keep the audience engaged with what will happen next. Now, realize that this is a 3-hour movie, and yet every second is used in the most valuable way possible. You sit down for 3 hours without getting bored. And yeah, the movie's got a lot of slow moments, but then again, all with good value. You really gotta understand all of the characters and all of the MCU in the ways that it's been leading up to this. Understanding it all is crucial to maximizing the depth this movie has. So yes, it's got some emotion with some solid acting by its loaded, star-studded cast. The looks of this film could get pretty good with the usual high-quality CGI. There's typical MCU action and a typical soundtrack. The soundtrack is mostly derived straight from Infinity War with the same composer, which just makes the movie almost feel unoriginal at times, but that could be gotten over. And no worries though, there is still plenty to come from the soundtrack, with lots of tributes still. The whole movie is a tribute, I mean, come on. You want to review this film as its own, but it's the culmination of 22 films in one, paying tribute to an entire universe of film. Kudos to the Russo brothers, as they had a lot to take on for both Infinity War and Endgame, but they pulled it off with some expertise in filmmaking and with sparing absolutely no expense. So with 11 years worth of anticipation, this movie has finally been delivered, and it proves to be the very best Marvel can get, bringing together 11 years worth of film. The entire Marvel Cinematic Universe has been done entirely right, and it's all rather beautiful looking at it now. Let's have a big round of applause for this movie and leave it at a bravo. It's so sad to see it all have to come to an end, but they've done so well with it all, and it's very much worth accepting. May the MCU go down in history as one of the greatest accomplishments made in cinema history. It really was quite the ride. Oh wait, looks like they already have the next movie slated for this July. That's not even that far away, actually. Well, that's funny. Anywho, that's all I have to say. Don't let any spoilers ruin this big a movie for you. And I hope you enjoyed my review. If you yourself have seen it, then I'd love to hear what you thought down in the comments below. Alright, so that all being said, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for lots more videos coming real soon. Not like there's any more MCU movies. Just kidding, because they just keep on coming, buddy. They just keep on coming. Whatever it takes. Yeah. It takes a lot to make me cry in a movie. And I still didn't even cry at this one. But it did get me choked up, I won't lie about that. Okay, bye.